All right, so this is just something I thought was really interesting to say the least. That's probably the best way to summarize this clip that I'm going to show you guys because I really don't know 100% how I feel about this. But you guys know Destiny, of course, and also Keemstar. Now, I don't know very much about Twitch culture, to be honest with you. And so apparently there's some dude who, from what I've seen, seems like a pretty big buffoon. His name is Trainwrecks, I guess, and I think that's the name of the podcast. Whatever, they have some people on. And Keemstar and Destiny were on there at the same time. This podcast was happening a couple hours, what they say is a couple of hours after the New Zealand tragedy had occurred. And they apparently ended up getting into this debate in the beginning, like right in the intro. And my understanding is they usually do an intro before talking about anything. And I guess that didn't end up happening. And so Keemstar ended up leaving the call after, like, I think it was either around 2 minutes, maybe even before 2 minutes was up. But I'm going to show you guys the clip, and then I'm going to come back and talk about it a little bit.
It's a nameplate stat, dude, okay? Anyways, how's everyone doing today? Yo, Keem, thanks for being here, brother. I know we've never actually met or know each other. Andy's not even here. He's doing some Japan role-playing GTA stuff, so he couldn't be here to really connect, you know, bring the synergy in. But, hey, listen, I got it. I'm a master of unknotting the knot.
Cool. I mean, listen, you know, I'm kind of glad that I had to do this podcast or whatever because, you know, the stuff that's going on in New Zealand right now is just and yeah, it was just, I mean, we're all in a Twitter group chat and that's kind of what we've been living and breathing, so I'm glad that this is going on, so it's a break from that.
I agree. It's going to be a definitely a platform to talk about a lot of things on. It's crazy that happened. It's definitely crazy, and especially since it's tied to, or allegedly tied to, you know, YouTube and some other stuff. Which,
yeah, the shooter or whatever said sub to PewDiePie, which, you know, is basically to bait the media into giving this even more attention, which even me fell for at first. But
holy shit! Wait, do you know the shooter?
Yeah, he's my next door neighbor.
Oh, so he told you personally that he was baiting the media? How do you know that?
Because he put out a manifesto.
okay, listen,
Like
Destiny, chill. Okay,
his
I hate breaking news. This is can't. Oh, I'm already fucking ready to go.
Dude,
I'm here for an
here we
hour.
go.
Yeah, I already ain't debated, dude.
I'm too triggered. I'm already too triggered.
ready to go with what? He put out a manifesto, said that he wanted, like, basically the right and the left to be at war and to create, like, you know, basically a civil war from all this. Like, that was his whole point.
I feel like we'd probably need like more than 2 hours from like the actual shooting to start drawing like these grand narratives about like what the actual.
Grant, it's like it's in a manifesto.
Do you know that he wrote the manifesto? No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Investigators have already gone through all of the accounts to confirm 100%.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. He put it on. He put it on.
Okay, my bad.
The
intro
The intro! It's
The
intro!
intro is not done yet.
Dude,
Listen,
Investigators.
Destiny,
oh my god, I'm on
Destiny, I'm literally gonna.
I'm on!
Destiny, if this is gonna be a thing where we have to debate like this whole topic, I'm just gonna leave because that's what the shooter wanted. Like,
Yes.
you're wrong.
No, you're already
wrong.
drawing
No,
narratives.
you're 100% wrong.
Oh my God.
You're
Fucking
wrong,
kill
and I'm
me.
just gonna go. Like, this is too
Listen,
fresh.
no.
I'm gonna
Dude,
go.
if you're gonna snowflake
Destiny,
about it, then
Destiny,
fucking
it's
whatever.
not about
dude.
being a snowflake.
It's about
This is
being a
what the
snowflake.
shooter wanted.
I thought
You're
that
an
was
Stop.
20 minutes
This is
ago.
not. We're not here to.
This is not the point of tonight. This is not the point of
We're not
tonight.
here to fucking.
I think we should not talk about like the shooting shit. I think it's way too fucking recent. I think it would be good to not
Yes.
talk about that shit. I think it's really irresponsible to get into that conversation.
He
right
left
now.
the call, dude.
Oh, well, then fuck him, dude. If he's
what do
gonna
you-
fucking cry over that shit,
He's
this is
not-
gonna be
dude,
way fucking harder than
We're
that.
in a
I didn't
podcast
want to talk about it.
We're in a podcast talking. We're not trying to flex dicks. This isn't a place.
It's not about flexing dicks. You're literally talking about a fucking mass shooting that just left over 30 people dead like 2 hours after it happened, trying to spread some bullshit about it.
No, we're introing.
We're doing an
He was just
intro.
talking
We're doing
about
an
what he's
intro.
been
He was
dealing
just
with.
talking about some small stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
not small stuff. He was talking about something.
Listen,
He was.
oh my God. Hold on. I love you so much, but you have like 13,000 people.
All right, so I'm not 100% how I feel about this, and I'd like to hear what you guys think about this down below, because as you guys just saw there are a couple of things that I was kind of looking at. One of them, the brevity with which Keemstar was in the call, obviously is something that would be, a red siren. You go, okay, why did you leave that early? And I know that he said it's not about being a snowflake, but you left with like 2 minutes in, And it's like, okay, that's a little bit premature. Oh, by the way, I think he sent out a tweet on Twitter saying that, he left Destiny, this podcast, because of Destiny. He's trying to defend himself. And I think he got ratioed, and so he deleted the tweet. That's my understanding of the situation. But anyways, he left pretty early, and I really don't understand why he left that early. He seemed to get really triggered. Then there's also the point that probably some people are going to say, which is that Keem, and this is I think what Destiny was trying to say, is that Keem is trying to, create narratives or to spin and promote a certain narrative about the shooter who had this manifesto out. And, he's kind of having that narrative of like, all of that is kind of trolling, and it's an attempt to kind of pull stuff in, which I think it's certainly partially true, because if you do, like, I guess parts of the manifesto clearly had trolling. Like, he said that I believe he said that he was radicalized by Spyro, the video game, or something like that, which doesn't make any sense, obviously. But certainly there are some, concerns there. And I think what Destiny was trying to say is like, oh, it's too early. And again, I don't know if it was really 2 hours after, but if it really was, I guess you could see that sort of being the case. I really don't know how to... I guess, at the end of the day, I think that, Keem probably shouldn't have left the call that fast. Because, like, all right, dude, you really look like a triggered snowflake who kind of, like, ran away for no apparent reason. But aside from that, this is a very, very bizarre clip. Twitch culture in general is extremely bizarre. It's really hard to understand. And this is the kind of stuff that I guess embroils Twitch. A bunch of dudes come on a podcast and talk about random issues and just get into really heated arguments. Except this one, Keem kind of ran away before it could really get to that point in the first place. But anyways, I'm curious to know what your thoughts are, because I'm pretty mixed on this. I really don't know how to feel about this one.